Good afternoon. It is October 13th, 2025, and today, looking at a range day, uh, here's how it looks on the daily chart. So we had that big sell-off. Uh, I guess this all pretty much must have occurred after 12 o'clock on Friday, because that's when I stopped looking. Um, Big sell-off, but you can see we found some support, excuse me. And I'm guessing it's a level of support like this. Maybe if you drag this up, nope, it's not. Yeah, and I had this level of support drawn like this. So, not quite sure. I saw something telling me why it bounced there. But here's how the weekly chart looks. Yeah, so Friday, we got to close outside of this bull channel on the weekly chart. And on the monthly chart, finally found some resistance up here. But now October's looking like a doji. So, like I said, there was some reason 65.40. There was something I saw that made me, it made sense why we bounced there. But anyway, let's look at the 2700 tick chart. So, in the overnight, we're in this move down. Let me make this bigger. In the overnight, we're in this move down, and you can see there's some sort of channel in here. And then we get a breakout to the low side, and we make a higher low right here. I don't think there's any reason you could buy this. You get a higher low here, and you get a second entry short. So if you like that, you can take it. It's off the EMA. I don't really see much reason to be taking that other than this level of what was support, maybe now acting as resistance. But this, I'm just not crazy about that. It's looking very lopsided right now, or not lopsided, but it's flip-flopping. So I'm not crazy about this one, but I understand why someone might take this for a scalp simply. Um, and then you get a higher low, and I mean, I'm not opposed to getting long here. It looks like the bears are getting trapped. And if the way you're seeing it, the way you're looking at the daily chart and the weekly chart, if you're looking at this and you're like, no, I'm thinking this is going to be a range, well, the 50% mark would be about here, 66.85, and if you're entering here at 66.72, there's a lot of upside. So that's a reason to consider it. You get this double top right here and a nice bear bar, but there's a lot of overlap, so I don't think you want to take that. I'm not opposed to somebody. Look, all that space back to the EMA right here. You got a double test of that price level, and I think I like this one better, but this one lower high. You might want to consider that one too. Then we find support here, so you get a bounce, bounce, bounce. I think on a limit order right here, you could consider it. I don't like entering on a stop order up here. And then you get this big bull bar here, man. Uh, that's tempting. That's a very strong bull bar. I think this is worth considering. But I think you got to look for more than a scalp here because of how large your risk is. And you're going in the midline, so it looks like people probably started taking profits at about the 75% mark up to the top of this move. So we make a new high, sell off to the EMA, lower high, and just keep making lower highs, and boom. And I think any of this, because this is proven support down here, I think entering on limit orders here is a good idea. I don't think on this one, I don't know why I made this so wide. I think all in here, because you have the strong move down, you have a break and a move to a new low. I think entering on a limit order long here is a good idea. You can see people took profits at about the 50% mark. I'm not crazy about this, but I think, either of these do kind of look good for a scalp. And, again, I think this is a good area to enter long on limit orders. And you can see, boom, big move up. You get a spike in channel of sorts here. And so could you enter at the low end of this channel? You could. I'm not crazy about it because it looks like a range day. I think it's fair enough. Like I think it's reasonable to consider going short here. Only problem is you don't really have a convincing break of this bull channel. So we might get a test up, and that's exactly what we got right here. And then you get a strong bear bar, and I like this. And I don't like anything else for the rest of the day. So it's just in no man's land, in a range, and it's getting late. So there's one last look at it. I hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.